are sorry to interrupt your news station on WHYY. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message has been transmitted by request from the Southeastern Pennsylvania Area Transit Community. At around 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, commuter train 14 has plowed into a gasoline tanker. Flames have shot 800 feet into the air, and destroying 12 houses. At this time, please evacuate immediately to a nearby shelter. Tune to WHYY serving the Philadelphia areas. Stay tuned for further updates. Regular programs will resume now. The following message has been transmitted by request from the NTSB and the Bucks County Emergency Management. At around 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, thousands of 911 calls poured into the communication hotline. More than 120 fire rescue vehicles are en route to the crash site. It is advised you remain in your shelter until the fire is put out. Once again, stay tuned for further updates. Programming has been discontinued for the safety of the community. Stay away from this area. The Consolidated Rail Corporation, Conrail for short, has launched an investigation on what caused the crash. The Southampton fire rescue are miles away, but other areas could also be in critical danger. They are listed but non-alphabetically ordered are Lahaska, Hood, New Hope, Buckingham Valley, Hatboro, Warminster, Furlong, and Jameson. Anyone within a 40-mile area, you are advised to leave your houses immediately for your own safety. Stay away from the areas connecting the New Hope and Ivyland Railroad, and the Conrail and CSX main lines from Hartsville to Harrisburg. Stay tuned for further updates. Programs are on standstill until info is released. Stay away from this area. This just in, the investigation continues to be analyzed. Also, 3 people were confirmed injured. One of them suffered critically injured his left leg with his ankle twisted upside down. The other suffered a twisted shoulder and a strained forearm. Both expected to be okay. The third, covered with 3rd and 4th degree burns, is in an intensive burn unit. He is unconscious, and is not likely to survive the crash. Anyone evacuated earlier, you are strongly advised to avoid the crash site between the New Hope and Ivyland Railroad, and Conrail and CSX trackage from Hatboro to Harrisburg. Stay tuned for further updates. Programs are still on standstills until details are released. Stay away from this area. We are sorry to interrupt your stations on WHYY. This is an emergency update on the crash at Southampton, Pennsylvania. Operation Lifesaver has also launched an investigation on what caused the fiery disaster. It was also confirmed that the truck driver was killed from 6th degree burns and dental DNA matched to the database. More crime forensic experts are combing the debris for any evidence. Anyone again who is in a shelter are advised to remain inside. Do not open your windows by any means. You are exposing your chances of getting killed by smoke inhalation. Also, do not head to the New Hope and Ivyland Railroad, as it too is shut down at offices until further notice. Stay tuned for further updates. Again, stay away from this area. Shelter-in-place warning for the entire Bucks County area until further notice. The following message has been transmitted by request from Bucks County Emergency Management, Operation Lifesaver, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The entire Bucks County area has been mandatorily evacuated. Shelter-in-place warnings are also in effect for the same reasons. Again, anyone in the shelters, do not open your windows or doors by any means. You are exposing yourself to toxic smoke inhalation. Also, do not head to any other locations in Lahaska and Buckingham Valley, as they too are shut down until further notice. We will update you on the chaos at the Southampton interchange in 4 hours. Tune to WHYY on your news outlets and 610 FM on your radio dial for other info on evacuation procedures. Stay tuned for further updates as the story develops. Repeating again, stay away from the area. Civil danger warning continues in the Bucks County area. The following message has been transmitted by request from the Bucks County Emergency Management, Operation Lifesaver, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. A toxic cloud of onyx-colored smoke has arose from its hideout. All emergency management personnel, you are advised to mandatorily evacuate the crash site immediately. The tanker's fuel is still flaming and is only getting worse. All aerial firefighting equipment will only be used to fight the flames. An investigation mentioned earlier is almost ready to be delivered to anyone in this area. The president of the railroad will deliver his message shortly. Stay away from the areas in all parts of Bucks County. Programming is still on a standstill until confirmed messages are sent. Stay tuned for further updates. Telephone outage warning in effect for all of Bucks County until further notice. The following message has been transmitted by request from the Federal Communications Commission. At around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all 911 calls were confirmed to be reported to be disconnected. All 911 lines are out of service until further notice. If you are calling from your cell phone, 911 is unavailable for all parts of your area. All other emergencies will be sent to Quest ID at 1-800-582-0655 for deterrent action. If still unavailable, dial 0 for your operator. Again, 911 is out of service until further notice. Regular broadcasting has been discontinued until updates are released. Stay tuned for further updates. The telephone outage warning mentioned earlier has since been terminated. All power lines have been fully restored and 911 is now fully returned to operation. Anyone in the shelters, do not leave your hideouts, as you are exposing yourself to toxic smoke inhalation. At this time, the final copy for the confirmation of the investigation is still being developed. Tune to WHYY on your television outlets and 610 FM on your radio dial for other information being released to the general public. Emergency personnel now have permission to return to fighting the fires. All checkpoints are being cordoned off for your own safety. If you are caught going through the checkpoints, you will be arrested. Listen to state police on detouring safely and accordingly. All roads to the NH and I Railroad are cordoned off. Plan accordingly. Stay tuned for further updates. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations shall transit this emergency message. This program has interrupted programming by request of the United States government to participate in this emergency. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air, providing news programming to assigned areas. This is WHYY. We will continue serving the Philadelphia area. If you're not listening to this message, tune your radio to 610 FM for further updates. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Philadelphia area. Do not use telephones, unless they are only used for emergency purposes. The emergency alert system has been activated. We are sorry to interrupt your programming on WHYY. This is an emergency update to the crash at Southampton, Pennsylvania. It was sadly confirmed that the victim, who suffered 3rd and 4th degree burns, was killed from his burns in the intensive burn unit. Dental records confirmed that the conductor of the commuter train was killed from 3rd and 4th degree burns and likely infection. The investigation is reporting that clearance problems arose when the gasoline tanker and the commuter train met at the crossing. We will inform you later in a later statement from Operation Lifesaver. Stay tuned for further updates. Programming will partially resume now. interrupt your programming on WHYY. This is a national emergency. Important guidelines will follow. This message has been transmitted by request from Operation Lifesaver and the NTSB. Clearance problems with the railroad crossing gate activation was confirmed as the culprit of the disaster. It is likely that the commuter cars will be sent to the scrap yard. Fires have been finally extinguished. An all clear has been given to anyone in the shelter. We thank you for your cooperation. We will fully return to WHYY with regular programming. This termination concludes the operations under the emergency alert system.